Hey, Pat here. I'm going to be commentating a League of Legends game. We're about almost 8 minutes in. Let's take a look at the teams real quick. The blue team is a mid lane Twisted Fate. We have a jungle Skarner, Graves, Sona bot, and a Aurelia top. So that's a pretty standard team all around there. Let's see here for the red team. We have an Evelynn mid, so an AP Evelynn. Building a Cages pick. Interesting. Oh, yeah, for Deathfire Grasp. Looks like for bot lane we have Leona Varus. They can be a pretty good combination, but I think for Leona you need a little bit more of aggressive and less of a poke champ. Cho'Gath is your top lane and a jungle Shaco. So let's just check real quick. We're right about to see bad things happen to bot lane. Ooh, bad things just happened to that Leona. We have Skarner is in the jungle. Looks like it is still pretty even in the game. No towers down, and Cho'Gath, Battlecast Cho'Gath, and Aurelia are trading blows. He is getting his red, and Evelynn is in base. So let's jump into the game, see what happens. Alright, a series of pings just took place. The AP mids do not know where each other are now that they have based. Looks like Aurelia just, smartly based, missing Shaco by just a second. Let's head over to bot lane, because that seems to be where things are happening. Leona seems to have an okay idea, but she had good vision to know that that wasn't going to hit anything. Graves harassing back Varus. Let's check their builds currently, or at least their, let's see here, can I... Ah, cool, alright, so, let's... we'll do the trouble to try and line these guys up. Skarner. So there we go, Graves is leading in kills, and he's definitely out creep scoring him. Ooh, something bad is about to happen. Battlecast Cho'Gath and Shaco. Ooh, they were heading mid. They weren't going to try and get blue buff. Twisted Fate is going to be chasing after... Nope. A lot of movement on the team right now. A couple fail ganks. Red team is heading down. See if this will work out. Ooh, they don't know that Evelynn is coming. A lot of pings going down, and we have a blue buff going down. Oh, and there we go, a great bacon saving ult from... Oh, but we have Varus landing his ult, holding Graves in place. He's taking tons of damage, as well as an ignite. That's going to be taken away, but his health pot should keep him in the know. Let's see if Shaco can wrap around. Yeah, you don't want to recall here if you're against a Varus. His range is absolutely beastly. Now, just some counter-jungling action going on, and the team is making the correct decision to go for Dragon now that they have pushed their enemies out of the lane. Skarner and Twisted Fate, looks like they're going to be deciding what to do right now. I mean, it's pretty obvious that the team should be going... Oh, they're going to go for tower? Yeah, no kills there, so there's not really a lot of gold to be gained at this moment. So they're going to harass the tower a little bit. They really should have gone for Dragon, but I guess... looks like they didn't even take red. So, interesting. So you know what? At the end of the day, other than some summoner spells being burnt on the red team's side, nothing really came out of that. Everything is equalizing, but Skarner's come down. Terrible engage right there. He may as well have just been screaming out loud when that was going to happen. I'm coming to get you. Going back into the jungle. And now Graves is going to be farming it up. Ooh, Shaco's coming in. Does Twisted Fate know what's going to happen? Ooh, he's hit with a slow. Skarner is coming in. Deceive. But they know... Oh, they don't know which one's the real one. And there's going to be some nice damage on that Skarner, dissuading him from continuing to push that lane. Let's see here. Yeah, he's smartly trying to inform his party that they need to attack this tower. Managing to get a tower right now. Skarner and Twisted Fate would have the damage. They have a creep wave. Evelynn is all kinds of effed up at the moment, so she is not going to be able to fight back against that. And it looks like they're going to be able to take this tower, which is really big. First tower of the game. Great gold for the entire team, so it's going to help with the already winning bot lane. And we'll see, well, top lane trade going on right now. Yeah, nothing too impressive at the moment. Equals 0-0, but Aurelia is definitely killing Cho'Gath in terms of creep. She's saving up for a bigger item, though. Oof! Hold on. Roll that back. Let's go to bot lane. So everyone is at full health at the current moment. He tries to go in there. Oh, hit by Leona, and Varus lands a full ultimate and his Q combo. Both Varus and Leona have really great passives. Well, his W I'm treating as a passive. There we go. Can do tons and tons of damage. There was tons of procs going on that. Varus is going in for the kill. If he can land one ability. Oh, got a little greedy there. And Skarner's in there as his Twisted Fate. Varus is right about to learn a terrible lesson. Oh, and for a second there I thought he'd still manage to get away. Leona made the right call to leave. Varus never should have chased that Sona that far. This is a very bad engage. No one you want to fight. Meanwhile, top. Don't even want to know what happens. Let's see what happens right here. We have a Shaco gank. So let's go back. Shaco and Cho'Gath jumping on her. She's going to be able to try and get away. She used Flash. She used her Q. Now she's under the tower. Ooh, popped up. And let's see what happens. She goes back in trying to get that Shaco kill, but he can deceive, so the tower is not going to be helpful. And Cho'Gath gets that kill. Ooh, man, look at that. So red team is going to be evening things out, but they're still behind by 2k gold because of that tower kill. Can Cho'Gath take out that tower? Oop. Meanwhile, Skarner managed to do some tower harass on the bottom. He really has nothing to fear from that Leona. So, but his bread and butter is an AoE, so there's a chance he could have pulled tower aggro out of that. Meanwhile, Cho'Gath is slamming away at that tower, doing his best. That's what he's thinking. I'm going to get this objective for the team. No one else is thinking about objectives. He just doesn't really have the damage for it right now. Mainly building GP. He'll be going tanky. And, ooh, Twisted Fate probably burning an ult to get up there. Let's look at him. Nope. He just went up there. No real things coming out of that. He managed to get away. Shaco walking over a ward, and oof, is Evelynn going to make things matter? Standing on top of a ward, blue team knows to get out of there. Sona ult with a flash, doesn't manage. Ooh, and an Evelynn ult. That's going to slow them down a little bit more. They've been slowed multiple times, and Evelynn now has a shield because of that for a little bit of time, landing a hate spike, but taking tons of tower damage. Varus is trying to get away. This has turned really bad for him, but he has managed to land a W, and the tower hit forever to kill Leona. There we go. That was the tower. MVP of that encounter, and Skarner is going to fruitlessly try to walk around there and be helpful after the fact. That was, there we go. That is exactly how you do not deal with tower aggro. That team dove that incorrectly. They should have stayed a little bit back. When that Leona ultimate failed, they should have just tried to switch to poke. Evelynn should have just been on her way. And they should have hoped that Graves and Sona would have walked away. And here we go. Dragon is being attacked, probably the first dragon of the game. Blue team is going to be making their already impressive gold lead a lot larger. Meanwhile, oop, we have Aurelia maybe sacrificed for the dragon. Let's see what happens right here. A lot of dancing around. Oof, the minion wave is gone. What can she do? So she'll try and hurt. Oof, using her ultimate, doing as best she can to heal down the damage. And Twisted Fate is teleported in. Will he be going after the clone? Oh, he knows that's not real, so he's going to be shooting around it. Kills the clone. I don't know if you get... Yep, you get a little bit of gold for that, so good on him for trying to get something out of a gank. Saved the tower, though, so at the end of the day, that's still an okay thing in my book. Ooh, Skarner's going in after Eve, or is he just going to be defending the tower? That Leona could have done something. Right now, we've got Cho'Gath jumping on top. Let's see what's happening right here. He started to go really tanky, so Aurelia's damage, though she does do some true damage, is going to start turning against her. Oh man, this is going to be a walk back and forth from Aurelia's tower for the rest of the game until something's changed up. Ooh, we have more aggression bot. Look at that, Varus doing tons and tons of poke damage. I'm almost willing to bet you that Leona landed... Nope, she didn't land at all, but she probably landed a couple of her passives, leading to massive Varus damage. Red ping's going down. They really want to make sure that they can finally get a kill. Looks like they want to make sure that bot lane turns. Now the blue lane... blue lane. I'm going to call top lane blue. Oh, and Cho'Gath may have bitten off more than he could chew. We may have to use the 15-second. Oh, Skarner are pulling him underneath the tower. Cho'Gath is taking tons of damage, hit by Twisted Fate. He's got an Ignite on him. Oh, he's going to lose a feast stack there. Everyone manages to get a kill. Meanwhile, down the bottom, let's jump back 15 seconds because a lot of stuff is happening down here. Let's see, Graves and Sona, there's a lot of poke action going on right now. Shaco's coming in, landing a Leona ult. There's a passive landing the Varus ult. He is not going to be able to get away. Tons and tons of damage going down on him. And Graves is taken down from a double ult. Lots and lots of ultimates going down for that kill, but you always want to make sure the AD carry is out. Sona's doing her best to cut them under the tower, but Varus has plenty of range. Oof, lots of low health. What are we going to happen here? Twisted Fate could have teleported into this and butchered all of them. Now we'll say, will Varus get greedy? It looks like Varus is going to get greedy, but no one is really around to do damage to him. Twisted Fate does have his ultimate. He could have spent that at any moment. And we have Leona getting away, Varus smartly walking away. And he's just going to farm at mid. Evelyn coming in there, landing her ultimate. Oh my god, so much damage. Landing her E, stunned under the tower. Oh man, that was a crucial yellow card from Twisted Fate as Evelyn does her best to do damage. The Deathfire Grass still looking pretty cool when it is used. More trading from Aurelia and Cho'Gath. Looks like that kill that was put down on him, not exactly slowing down the big guy. Oof, and he'll be roaming around planning a ward, making sure that he is safe from any kind of aggression from the jungle Skarner. He doesn't want to be yanked back into a turret again. It seems to be the main thing that's going on right now. This is going to be the immovable object against the unstoppable force. Neither is really going to get an advantage here. Let's see if that explosive bot lane, which you've already had. So let's pour it back a little bit. So sing along if you know the words to this. Graves is currently at full health. Leona has her ultimate. So let's see right here. She is just going right in there. Shield bash. Now he has been hit. Leona's landed her passive. Varus landed his oof. Taking a little bit of damage. Ooh, he's using his ultimate, which did nothing. No damage. Oof. But there you go. Melted. Absolutely melted by the confined forces of Sona. And Twisted Fate's coming down there to help push the lane. Will Evelyn be able to do damage? Now let's see. They've got a lot of life. But Twisted Fate could... Oof. A clutch pink ward you're right about to see. Up, Leona ult landing down, stunning everybody underneath the tower. Evelyn coming in. Oof, the shield from her ultimate may not be enough, but Leona, Evelyn doing tons of damage. Look at that. Twisted Fate has got an ignite. If Leona can land a grab or anything on him, he is doomed. Hate Spike for the win, and Sona is going to try and drag them under the tower. Another shield bash, dive onto him. Oh, but they just don't have the damage. They don't have the... Well, they have the damage. They just don't have the life. But Shaco's there. What is he going to do? He's going to deceive, pulling tower aggro with the clone as he runs right up to Sona. Either he or Evelyn is going to do it. Another deceive, and that is a kill. And this tower, that is all she wrote for that one. Goes down, and red team is pulled ahead in the towers, but they still haven't managed to do gold. Meanwhile, top lane, just two people beating on each other forever. And Varus has kind of wandered mid. Guess he's going to be farming it up a little bit. As we have our first rage quit, who knows if she DQ'd. Sona has pulled out. Not too good for her. It's been pretty good Sona. But I'm going to say Graves never really made a mistake. And if they had... Well, she has her reasons, but the blue team has been dealt a huge disservice by Sona dropping from this game. Their major CC is gone, and Graves is going to be able to be ganked again and again between Evelyn and Shaco. And right now we have Aurelia. She used her Q to jump on a minion. Now she's going after Varus. She has stunned him, knocked him into place. Deathfire's Grass, the Varus ultimate holding her into place, and Evelyn has done tons of damage with her ultimate as well, which is a shield. She's been skarnered into the thing. And she has been ignited. She's going to try and run away. But now they have Leona. They have Varus. This could be a very squishy situation. They're rightly running away. But there's Big Papa Cho'Gath. He's got tons of health. And because this is a 4v5, Shaco can push bot lane for free. Blue knows that Shaco is there, and they may go down. They have tons of health. Skarner and Graves are going to be going in for a pincer. And Twisted Fate teleports down there. Using his ultimate, they know exactly where Shaco is. He's walking over a ward. Skarner, slowed down, a clutch, and he has made it to the tower. We'll see what happens right here. Did Skarner just burn? No, he used a smite. For there, I was worried he used a ghost. Oh, and blue tower went down at some point while I wasn't paying attention. Ooh, that was probably a feast. Went all holographic. Alright, so Aurelia... leaping on top of Evelyn, doing tons of damage. Evelyn is doing her best hate spike and using her W to run away. Red team is up to something. Maybe they're going to go after that Skarner. Leona is pulling back because a Leona alone is not really the scariest thing on the planet. They have a ward, so they knew he was going for blue. Let's see here. Oh, they know all about where Leona is. And Varus is down there farming. We'll see what goes on. Cho'Gath sticking his face out. A lot of dancing at the moment. Aurelia, she's farming it up with her Q right now. If she can push top lane back, that could be very good. Red team, because they have the numbers advantage, is going to be going for Dragon. Now here's the worst part. Sona's leaving. Her team still has the gold advantage. They probably could have been taking this dragon if they had her hard CC and her other advantages. The blue team is just kind of dancing around. They have absolutely no real good chance to fight against this dragon. And red team is taking the dragon. And Shaco Box is completely blocking him. Oh, and a Leona ult lands on Twisted Fate, and she has jumped on top of him, combined with that Shaco damage. Graves is getting in there, trying to dissuade them from chasing. Oh, and the Raves could have done enough damage to Twisted Fate to kill him right there. Terrible moment for him, but he has got some pretty good items and can do some pretty good burst if he can catch someone. Let's see, blue team is going to be pushing up mid. We'll see what happens. They've lost. They still have, this is their last tier 1 tower, so they really don't want to lose mid considering how vital mid is for a game. It's the shortest lane, so if you manage to get rid of the middle inhibitor, there's going to be tons and tons of super minion pressure going on. Evelyn's dancing back and forth. She's finally deciding to farm. And let's see, bot lane is pushing. Shaco gone back to the jungle trying to get a little bit of items. Let's take a look at some of the comparisons we have right now. Graves, even though he's losing, is pulled ahead of Varus. Graves building Infinity Edge. Varus has gone for a Bloodthirster route. He's doing pretty good. Half fed. Varus is a cannon character, so that kind of works out for him because it'll be. He's not really concerned with crits. He just wants that sniper shot to be doing as much damage as possible, and that works out pretty good for him. And he'll be pretty good against Varus because his blight stacks go for maximum health. And by Varus, I totally mean Cho'Gath, the hero that I always call the wrong name. Look at him plotting around. Planting a ward. Red team has solid vision. Who knows? Maybe Sona will come back because she wants to play another game. But you'll realize this one's still going on and her team still kind of has a chance to win this. A lot of movement right now. Red is exploring the jungle, just trying to close off lanes. And Evelyn is doing an okay job of, you know, spending her blue buff, pushing mid. Twisted Fate showing a little aggression, though. Oof, look at that poke. It's a good fifth of her life gone with one card. Red team wants Twisted Fate dead. Let's see, we have Shaco, we have Leona. Leona could be the game changer right here. This could be very scary. Landing the ultimate hate spike. Oof! Leona ultimate not even needed. Skarner is jumping on top of Varus, doing as much damage as possible, but he is slowed. He's been hit by Leona. Look at all that damage. How did that miss? Oh, nope, it hit. And Varus trying to land the ult. Varus, Leona turning out to be a much better lane than I thought. Oof, and at that moment we have melted before I could really talk about her, and Graves is currently doing the whoop whoop whoop, running around trying to not die. Maybe heading towards a tower. Nope. Oh, but Leona's seen him. The team knows where they are. Pings have landed down. A direct ping on top of him as Leona is running around it. So look at that. Comboing Leona's stuns with Varus's ultimate seems to be a really good initiate. So I take it all back. Leona Varus. Give it a try. As another tower falls, this could be just another case of someone leaving, completely ruining a team. That could be a misplaced ping on Baron. I think they could go for it. Varus seems to be pushing the lane. This could go very bad for him. Tons of damage on that Twisted Fate, though. Varus so fed. He's got a fully fed Bloodthirster, and he is 5 and 5. So I guess he's given as much as he's gotten. And blue team now finally behind, but they, you know what? The gold level is pretty equal considering this is a 4v5. Oh, it was a disconnect. Sona could completely twist this around, especially on a... Oh, never mind. What did I say? Aurelia getting caught out of guards. What was she thinking? She's trying to get away. She's using the lifesteal for ultimate to try and make some distance, but that's not going to happen. Twisted Fate getting pounded down as Leona just wanders forward. Her and Varus are going to completely murder that Graves. And Cho'Gath is going to be doing his best to do some damage, murdering Graves. Can the Skarner get away? Skarner is a very fast character with his armor. And he is going to wander off. That Sona is going to be getting some very angry messages. Oh! Getting hit by the silence. Leona missing. Very tanky. The Skarner is very, very tanky right now. Not taking a lot of damage. Doing his best to keep it at the tower. That Sona is just kind of sticking there. Maybe she just rejoined for no good reason, or she's waiting for other people to buff up and help. Oh, hey. So that happened. Another tower down. One blue tower. I mean, hey, there we go. And the minions
doing their part, taking out the second tower for blue team, as I fumbled over my words to try and describe what was happening. So Sona is back into the game. She managed to land a couple of very clutch ultimates, so hopefully her being back in the game and the fact that it's only 1,000 gold behind, that can be pretty severe, but she is a very solid support. Planning a ward next to a pink ward, so that's not going to last, but if someone goes to clear it out, that sends a very clear message. So we'll see what goes on. Aurelia going after Cho'Gath. These two characters completely different now from what they... Oof, wow, never mind. Aurelia managed to land a ton of damage down on Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath convincing Twisted Fate not to continue with the chase as he farms it up with his E. Does that scream his E? It's been a while since I played Cho'Gath. His W. Use it as W to clear out. The red team's moving around. They're going to be taking out that Baron ward, maybe even going for a Baron. And Cho'Gath is going to be a one-man just wall right here to dissuade anyone from trying to get in there. Let's see what happens. And Sona almost caught by Leona, but caught by the Varus ult. Oh, that is horrific. And, oh, everyone's getting jumped on. Evelyn managed to clear out Sona, getting killed by Graves, who's still a very tanky champion. And Sona is running away, plucked out by Varus Leona, who I guess is just fantastic. Varus netting himself a triple kill at this point. And missing that snipe. Skarner, yet again, proving to be a very great... Whoever this player is, Sonara, you are a great juker. But juking doesn't help you when they're taking Baron. Rightly farming it up. He knows they're going for Baron, so maybe he can take down this tower. You know what? He has time. But he's going to rightly run away, which he should. Because right now, red team, they are pulling more and more ahead. They have that Baron buff. And they were going for blood. And thanks to TF's ult, they know for 100% certain that the Baron buff is well into the hands of red. So let's see where they're going to be pushing. Will they push top? Are they going to push mid? Right now, Cho'Gath seems indifferent, so he's just going to run down the center. And red is intelligently calling the first thing you should do when you have Baron buff is you should go for Dragon. You want to claim as many objectives as possible. Always get Dragon and then go for towers. Seems like Evelyn feels like she can go for tower on her own. She's got a... Rabadon's Death Cap, Deathfire Grass, and she's building towards a Guardian Angel. It's a very good call. Evelyn usually gets targeted in the matches. And she just seems to be scouting. Oh, is she going to catch Graves? That would be terrible. Scouting out the red buff. And Varus and Shaco, especially with the Baron buff, are going to have a easy time wiping out that dragon. So, looks like their aggression is going to be heading mid. Cho'Gath pushes. See what happens. Skarner managed to get himself the blue buff. That'll be at least a little bit helpful. He can spam some more abilities. And Aurelia has gone completely insane. She is going in there. Everyone is begging for her to not do that. I, myself included. And red team is going to be going for the bot. Varus, tons of speed, tons of damage right now. He kills a... Oh, and Leona missing. She's landed a lot of great ults. Was that the Leona ults or was that a Cho'Gath? Might have been both. And bot lane is getting pushed. Silence on TF and Sona. That could be a game changer. Will she... Yep, Sona ult going off. Not really doing much. We have the Varus ult going off, holding people still. Very hard to... Oof, and Evelyn is just moving in there. Look at that, but she's being dragged by Skarner. And we have... Oh, Leona is going to be jumping on her, but oh, that's the whole team. Evelyn manages to get away with less than 40 health. What a heartbreaker. He had the right idea, but the team just turned around and managed to help out. Oh, and look at all that damage. Graves just getting melted. Skarner, who's a very takey champion, just getting melted and hiding underneath the double towers. Cho'Gath and Leona doing a great job of pulling aggro and beating up that enemy team. A very clutch silence at the beginning of this. Leona just taking tons of tower hits. She does not seem to care. And, oof, Shaco get a beating. They might be able to push them off. And Graves is moving in, landing a combo, but Leona's jumped on him, and he has been melted with that Varus Leona. Look at that. I'm going to eat my words. I need to try this again myself. And Sona's doing her best to poke, but with very little damage, being super under-leveled, there's not much he can do. Skarner is landing what best he can, but not even his life, his nominal life steal he gains from his E can really help. And as Sona, what is going on? When did they respawn? Hold on, I feel like an idiot for not paying attention. So we're going to rewind. So meanwhile... Twisted Fate just came in and out of the base. Leona managed to get herself tower killed. Relia teleports to the tower, firing off her ultimate. Oof, what a great ult from Varus, landing on her. He is going to be running into the base, a Q, and he has been shut down. This is going to be great gold for the blue team. And Sona is helping Aurelia. Oof, and an ultimate, giving a great shield to Evelynn. Card doing some damage, but Shaco Evelynn super fed right now, doing tons of damage. Nothing you're really going to be able to get out of that. So some mistakes have led to several members of the red team dying, but I'm not quite sure how blue can recover from this. The gold advantage is picking up. I mean, the kills are there. And they managed to take out an inhibitor. Thought they would have gotten mid. They didn't. But you know what? I'm going to say this may not be over for blue because they've shown that they will make mistakes. They're prone to throw, as it were, during a team fight. They got a little overzealous. But, you know, Baron can go to your head. So who still has a Baron buff? Or is Baron buff completely expired? Looks like it has. Very good Baron buff. I mean, if we do the math, that was like probably 2 towers, 1 inhib, and Dragon all off 1 Baron buff. All very solid. And they can be pushing every and any lane they want. Using her ultimate to farm. Jeez. Is the cooldown on that really short? Because that just seems like a bad idea to me. About a minute. Oh, and Sona's right about to eat it. A great grab from Leona. Stunning her in place. Getting hit by Cho'Gath. She is just doing everything she can to run away. A feast on her. Oh, man. Tons of damage. Feast and Leona. That sounds like hell to me. And they are going to be beating on Cho'Gath as Shaco runs in. Varus runs in. This team is looking... I don't know why Varus looks like he has so much health. Must be just his natural health, but he is doing tons of damage. He's got 2 full BF items. Phantom Dancer. Got tons of lifesteal going on. I don't think he died in that last encounter either. Nope, he must have died. He's having to rebuild. Cho'Gath, oh, and look at this. Evelynn using her speed boost, going in there, landing her ultimate, slowing the enemy, using Hate Spike and her E. Oh, man, but Skarner's there. I forgot which team Skarner was on for a second. And he is wailing on Evelynn. Hate Spike going after Cho'Gath because he doesn't think he can do it. A great stun card into Ignite. And, oof, that's a Guardian's Angel. Meanwhile, Varus landing some great sniper shots. Can Skarner manage to do anything with Varus right there? I think not. And blue team is doing their best to defend their bottom turret. Leona ult slowing people down right there. Varus landing several heavy hits up against that Sona. And she is right about to say goodbye. But she lands a great ult beforehand. But it may not be enough. The team may not have the damage and the survivability to last. And they have been absolutely melted. There is nothing that TF can do right now. Unless his cards do infinite damage and he can like trick someone to run into the fountain, I don't really see what's going to happen here. Other than him being absolutely butchered. And they are not shooting the base. Alright, they're going for those. And blue team made sure to get murdered a bunch before the end. And that is the end of the game. There we go. That is some team play in the League of Legends.